Hi guys, today we're going to continue with the essay topic, but now we're going to learn how to write an essay. Last video was about the parts of an essay, but today we're going to know how to write it, okay? So let's start, guys. Now, first we need to review what is an essay. The essay tells the reader information about a certain topic, and it's divided into three parts: the intro or introduction, details, and finally the conclusion, like in the last video. So let's start writing an introduction. For writing an introduction, you will need a few steps. The first paragraph is the first thing that the reader sees, and it needs to be very interesting. It must be great, or it gives you the hook so they can understand what you are talking. What is an introduction? There are three main parts to the introduction: the hook, the background information, and the thesis. The hook, like you will say, is a purpose, or you're going to tell the reader to make some attention. Use quotations or questions or facts or definitions. Do not give all the information in this time. Now, we're going to note background information. Give just a little bit information about the topic, like a definition or a main points, why the topic is important, or the outline essay. Do not tell everything I'm going to talk about. No, that's incorrect. The thesis. The thesis states your main topics or position. The thesis is the backbone of your essay. That means that is the best part, the main idea. Idea principal. Do be very clear and specific. Put an end of your introduction and be original. Do not bury thesis in the middle or saying the point of my paper is. That it's incorrect. That's how it's done. Include the hook, the background information, and the thesis. We're going to see an example. Now, how you are going to write your essay. We are going to see an essay about writing about music. So let me show you the example. Making a question is a very good example about how to start writing your essay. Like in this case, what is music? Music is a type of expression made with different sounds, rhythms, and has harmonies too. For playing music, you need some musical instruments or voices. I'm not giving all the information, only the most important part. And as you can see, I write the main idea of my essay with the underlined words. It's a type of expression that it's going to be very important after. Now guys, how I'm going to write the details. As you remember, when we look in the last video, details are going to divide it in three paragraphs. Or it's the way that I suggest you to do it. Make it in three paragraphs. Like in the last video, I compared writing an essay with a hamburger. The details are all this inside of the big burger. The meat, the cheese, all the vegetables, and all the ingredients that you want to include in your hamburger is the same. You have to know what you're going to write in this one to make it a better essay. Now let's see how to write the body paragraphs, or some suggestions to write the body paragraphs. First, you have to know that when writing the body or the details, it's the core of your essay. Gives you the information or the main information for your essay. It's narrative, it's expository, it's descriptive, and sometimes persuasive. Narrative paragraphs tells you a story and answers 5 questions: who, where, what, when, and how. Expository paragraphs presents facts and gives directions or defined terms. Like in this one, the average cost to climb Mount Everest is $3,000. This includes the permit to climb, supplies, and food. Descriptive paragraphs Present a single clear picture, specific sensory details, sights, sounds, and smells, like in this example. Persuasive paragraphs expresses an opinion and tries to convince the reader why the opinion is valid or important. Like the best Jolly Rancher flavor is blue because it's sweet and sour. That is an example. How to write it? With pen. No, I'm kidding. The topic sentence is the body and the closing. The topic sentence, it tells you the reader what your paragraph is about and a specific part of your topic, usually the beginning. The body is the main part of the paragraph where you place all the information, contain details, and supports your topic or idea. The salary of a top star is such as Johnny Depp can add 20 million cost of a major film. This is an example. They are giving you facts. Now, we were talking about music in the last example of writing an essay. In this one, these are the details. Music can be found everywhere in the TV, in the radio, movies, series, and even in video games. Music is essential on our life. People use music to feel happy, or maybe they could play music when they feel sad or angry too. Music is also a type of communication. One example is when you have received a phone call, especially if you have assigned a special tone to your friends, family, or even work. Music is also cultural. When you think about a country, you can think about some type of music. For example, in Spain, flamenco. In Mexico, mariachi music. In Brazil, samba. As you can see in this example, I'm explaining the topic about music and I'm giving you all the information that I have found. Remember, you can find this information on the web, on dictionaries, in magazines, or even in asking to others. Now let's see the last part of our essay. How can you write your conclusion? If you remember, the conclusion must be related with your intro. And how you're going to do that? Making also questions. Okay? I'm going to show you some examples. How to write your conclusion. So first, we need to know that for writing our conclusion, you can focus on 3 things. The 3 steps are: recitate your thesis, summarize, or finally, draw to close. I'm going to explain you each of them. It's the last impression. You have to give us the last information. Recitate your thesis is remind your reader your point of view. Now you have to summarize. That's contains your main idea and recite them to drive it home. That means must be related with your intro. The last part of the conclusion is make your final impactful observation. That means you can write a quotation or making a closing with an important quote or phrase. Okay? I'm going to show you the example for the conclusion in the music example. I think music is a great type of expression for feelings and even help people to understand culture, music, and it's everywhere. As you can see, intro is related with the conclusion. It's also underlined type of expression because that's the most important thing for me. I'm giving you my final opinion. Now guys, I'm going to put all the parts of the music essay together so you can see. I name it Music in the World. In the first part, you can see the intro. It's the same that we have read before. And then we have the details. And finally, you are going to observe the conclusion together. As you can see in the picture, there are some words that are being circled. Those are conjunctions. Conjunctions are very important to make or to write a better essay, especially when you're using coordinating conjunctions or fanboys like and, or so, or when you are using subordinating conjunctions like woobies, like when, where, while, and others. Finally, we're going to make a review, and I'm going to show you in a very simple animation. It's called 8 Steps to Write a Perfect Essay. Step 1. Think about something interesting and must be realistic. Step 2. Make a question. Example, why tacos are the best food in the world? Step 3. Search information in the web, in dictionaries, in books, or others. Step 4. Decide your heading, your title. It's very important. Step 6. The intro must be the general idea about your topic. Step 6. Details. Write all the relevant information, evidence, or make an argument. Step 7. Write your conclusion. Write your personal opinion, I think, or in conclusion. Step 8. Do not forget to write your name at the end of your essay. And you have finished. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. I miss you.